Dota2, Plan A didn't actually come to fruition, but they did a great job executing Plan B. So what is the ratting potential of Bane in this game 3? Because that's what's won them that's the whole reason why they were able to push this to a full series, right?
Oh, maybe that's why they picked Terrorblade over some other carries there.
That's true.
Get that rat potential up. They do have some decent wave shove in this Coddle. The Terrorblade, Mars can sometimes do it as well. But it's nothing as crazy as last game with that Ag CK just making that game havoc for Secret. Yeah. We even saw Secret ban that CK second phase. I think they were done with that type of gameplay. All right, we're going to try and make you fight us this game. And that's kind of what this Brew pick's about too. This hero's king of the team fights if he can force you to engage him. That's the name of the game for Secret. But these lanes are... I think they should go a bit better for Brame here than we saw that last game. Last game, I feel like they were very outmatched on lanes. They got a bit punished. They are able to bring it back. This game, I think they're in a bit of a better spot. Outside, maybe once again, you know, Spartan on this 5 Dark Willow. This is an uncommon 5 hero. It can get punished in the lane phase. He doesn't really have a stun setup on his carry to enable that Bramble. So this lane could be tricky for his Terrorblade, but Terrorblade can always catch up. I think it's more important this DK and Mars get off to a good start.
Do you think Puppey intended this? Because in some ways it did look like he just kind of like got over aggressive and punished and drew aggro on the creep wave, or does he actually want to pull back between the tier 1?
I don't think this is a wave you want to pull on. I could see some argument in it, but generally you want to play all the waves with Tiny early because this hero is just so strong in the CS deny department.
Yeah.
Bane too. You just double last hit. I could see some argument you want to dodge the early Coddle Blast, but I mean, he's already out of mana. So I don't know. I feel like it was maybe an accident, but see if it pays off in the long run. I don't think Sumail's going to miss too much here.
Maybe the bad part is the creep wave is going to push in, but then again, it's a Coddle lane, so probably at some point will get blasted. So
he just got the half pull, which is super nice here.
Oh yeah. Puppey patented half pull. Don't listen to Slacks. He didn't come up with it.
Tiny's also a hero that benefits a lot from that solo XP. So if it does result in a situation like that, he's going to be perfectly happy to get super high level very fast. Kind of sad for Bane, but...
Really battling back and forth here. They actually got some decent damage onto YapzOr, but that is a Metamorphosis that didn't result in a kill.
What should I call you?
YapzOr Wraith Bane on Hoodwink. I feel like I don't see this a lot, but definitely buffs up your early right-click damage. Though versus TB, you're not the highest value. It's gonna force Ice into an awkward regen spot, I think, here.
I'll make an exception.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be the first time. I feel like YapzOr and his greediness in his 4 position sometimes does create some awkward points for his offlaner.
Yeah, I think Brew is one of those heroes. He needs the extra regen because this hero really wants to get to his items fast, and he needs to stay on the lane. This hero cannot miss XP on those early waves. He ends up in some bad regen trade. Yeah. Which this lane is not some super aggressive lane that's going to destroy him or something, but it's kind of an interesting choice.
Yeah, kind of downside of the 5 position Dark Willow, right?
Yes.
It can do okay laning, but it usually has to be paired up with, like you were talking about, a stun, right? You said Wraith King as a suggestion, purely because it would operate well with
yeah, the 2 that come to mind are Wraith King and Chaos Knight.
Yeah.
I think can work pretty well with this hero, because he does do a decent amount of damage, and he has some lockdown, but in a lane like this, he's not doing a huge amount for TB in the aggressive department. But of course, you can always play lanes defensively for pulls and XP and try and win them that way.
We haven't talked too much about the mid lane, but to be honest, it's just a CS war back and forth. Every once in a while, he's going to Dragon Tail the Ember Spirit and get a deny on a range creep preferably. Meanwhile, Ember Spirit pushes the lane in with Flame Guard. Nothing DK can do about that. So they're pretty even as it currently stands.
Desire is getting the early stacks up with this Coddle too, so we'll see who they decide to put those towards. I could see it going towards either of these stun initiators, and that means it'll probably end up in the hands of NOOB1TO. So that's usually how it works out.
Why would you put it into your stun initiator?
DK is not going to use it, but I just feel like sometimes you're using your 4 to get these stacks. You're kind of taking away some of the lane presence from your Mars. I think it's nice to pay it back those heroes, accelerate it into early blink, and then you get out on the map. and that'll result in Terrorblade getting super fat regardless. If you just commit all these resources to Terrorblade, accelerating him, like one Terrorblade is not a hero that traditionally needs stacks as much as like a Gyro Medusa, and it kind of takes away from your tempo, but they might get this early kill.
Close
Shadow
call.
Realm.
They need a Shadow Realm hit and one more hit from NOOB1TO, and they do get it. First blood goes to Bane.
That's where you might wish you had that Drunken Prowler.
Oh yeah.
Just the 1 point for that extra move speed and evasion. It adds up in some of these hits, but going for the more aggressive nuke route and Bane winning the one lane I thought was maybe the harder lane for them to win.
Yeah, certainly. We're about to get level 6 on Thug with his team
on
coming
top.
Oh
Might
no.
just pay it back.
Yeah, he certainly looks like it. He's got a lot of wand charges. Pops at the last second. They do manage to get a nice brambles underneath the tower. And did he have a salve?
Yeah, Spartan. I mean, does Spartan have a salve? This man is the salve.
He's just a walking courier, as you said, there to be able to get some vision. I can't believe he got off that Shadow Realm. I guess that was the fate time that was coming in. Spartan may still die here, but Ice is going to take a lot of damage in return. Fairy Fire keeps him alive. He's toying with Ice and secures a second kill for NOOB1TO.
Sometimes this man just debates you because you think he's always going to die.
Oh, the bushwhack misses too. Spartan, you know he is cackling his way away from the lane after that.
So many resources gone from this team's secret off lane. Brewmaster, he really wants these early kills because that's about powering up his urn, which turns his hero on.
What is this massive difference between net worth here and this Dragonite and Ember Spirit? I mean, I thought they were even in CS, but he's actually a solid 400 ahead.
It's just a 15 CS difference. Ember is getting more out of that small camp, I guess. That's not the biggest deal. Like, DK can mainly function off his spells in that early game, but could be another type of game where the Nisha mid-spirit hero, like that game 1, he might just take over with how much farm he's getting on this Ember.
All right, production, you're going to have to tell me what other means in that network chart.
Here's
you
a
have
Bramble
rotating
rotation.
in, the Bramble landing, allowing the blast to go through. If they could just spot Sumail, maybe they could kill him. They pop a healing sound to keep 11 a little bit alive here, and they will be able to get the kill. At the same time, the bushwhack on 11.
Yapster has no mana.
No, he doesn't, and this blast is going to cover Brame. Secret does not feel comfortable diving back behind the tower. Spartan, what are you doing? He's taking so many shots. Maybe luring in Yapsor. He is. 11, can he finish him off? He needs the blast to come through, and it's not quite enough, but Spartan nails the last hit, and he's got a Shadow Realm to get away in the end, too. This Tiny, it's going to be far too late for him, and it might be a tower, too. Maybe a deny, but a tower nonetheless. Deny? There we go.
That's a very fast tier 1 to die, and at 7.5 minutes, it's not like some big catapult wave or something. Weird timing for this tower to go down, but super good for Brame, I would say.
Yeah, particularly since like Thug didn't have to rotate, he's been pressuring the mid tower this entire time. So.
And he got a haste rune off that, so winning some RNG here. He's got to be happy with that one. Yeah. And NOOB1TO, he's still defending top here. And this Brew, that early lane set him back. He's still not 6. He might go down again.
Yep, it looks like he is 100% dead.
Like, these are huge kills.
Yeah,
because this is last pick Brewmaster versus Terrorblade.
Yeah.
So you want to extract that draft value in terms of this is your big counter game. And if your last pick loses its lane, a lot of people don't like those types of situations because you're just giving up some draft value. But Brewmaster is a hero that can function in the comeback role. His hero's used to getting bullied on lane. He obviously provides a huge amount of utility once he hits his timings. It's not the worst deal, but this is accelerating Terrorblade off of a lane with a Dark Willow who kind of a greeter support. He's already 6 on this Willow.
Wow. I mean, that's Spartan's going to be super happy with that. Or he's going to be able to give the tome to somebody else, being the nice guy that he is. 11 tipping Sumail, trying to get into the head of the King Nisha. Not able to come online just yet. Looks like he's probably going to be waiting for his Maelstrom to be able to make some moves. He's just kind of camping out mid lane, trying to slow down Thug's pressure on the mid lane.
I feel like these secret supports are unsure of where to go.
Yeah,
just
does
kind of
not look
stuck in this river, trying to make a move on a haste bottled Dragon Knight. It's not going to happen.
I mean, pre-level 6, these supports do not feel the best about ganking, right?
No, but at the same time, this Brew did get his 6. You want to play with this ult, you want to take down this top tower. The heroes are not the best at doing it. Kind of just an awkward map state for Secret at the moment, especially with that safe lane tower going down so early, forced Sumail into the jungle.
I like that NOOB1TO, as soon as Ice got 6, he's like, okay, back to the jungle with me. Like, I'm super far ahead. No reason to risk that net worth. And now we're just going to see the Coddle pushing out this top lane constantly. So continuing to keep their safe lane tower up well past the 10-minute mark.
No, conceptually, they played the safe lane extremely well. They won the early lanes. They got kills off every meta almost, I think.
Yeah.
And then he stayed up there while this Brute didn't have 6 and killed him that last time, which was super big because it slowed his game down a lot, accelerates his TB. Anytime that happens, it's amazing for your team because it's constricting Secret's map a lot. So even if this Terrorblade, which, I mean, he's farmed as hell, but even if he didn't get farmed off that kill, it's really nice for his team. Because now we see this Coddle, he gets to sit up here and he is Omega chilling. He's 4 points in blast. Who's going to catch and touch this guy? How does this safe lane tower ever go down for Bane? It's got to be Sumail coming up here and smacking it with a tree.
Yeah, I think so. I think they've got to move. Somehow see an opening where for them to be able to pop the split, catch the Coddle, kill him, all in the safe lane tower. But, I mean, likely Brame is going to be able to take mid if you make a move like that, right? I mean, Doug's just kind of chilling, waiting for his opportunity.
That can be the power of this Dragon Knight. Whenever Nisha leaves, Doug has a free reign to hit this tower, but he does have to worry about some sleep or into grip setup, right? There's not a huge amount of long distance cancel outside of Terrorize, so something he's going to have to be worried about. And Secret will smoke into their own jungle.
It would have been great if Spartan blocked that smoke, but they do not want this right position. That's exactly what Spartan wants for you. They do manage to catch him with a bushwhack. 11 is probably going to get chain stun here and quickly killed. Spartan said, sorry, brother. I was not in the right spot to be able to tank that smoke.
But they're going to see that. It feels like game 1 where it's on Nisha's back to pull Secret through this early game. He is their strongest hero. He has a super fast Maelstrom, super high level.
Tries to go for the Terrorize, doesn't pull him into the Bramble, and that means this kill is completely
He smoked up here.
Oh yeah, he did. He almost caught Spartan too.
Took an early and feeble point too. That's pretty rare. I feel like we never see this over just getting that fast sleep level.
Oh, catch them before the Shadow Realm could go off. That means Spartan's gonna die at the start of this fight. Look at it. Oh, he's disarmed! He's disarmed! Oh my god. I was like, what is Nisha trying to get the last hit? It was the neutral creep that disarmed Nisha. Those damn neutrals, man.
Gotta watch out.
Those things are so... I died once because I got broken.
Yeah, the break's really annoying. The disarm's super annoying. Valve did a good job if that was their goal, you know?
Yeah, make neutral. I mean, I appreciate it. I've been calling for these neutrals to be able to defend themselves, you know? I feel like too long they've just been farm animals, you know, put to the slaughter. But now they're given the tools to be able to fight back in some regard. Team Secret is, I mean, this is Rain. They were up by like 2K earlier. They've lowered it down to 1K. So these moves from Secret are to their advantage. Brain, meanwhile, though, they just picked up the Blink Dagger on Dragon Knight. So they can make their first real offensive move with their cores.
Spartan has a pretty good ward here. It's going to pop Secret smoke. Very awkward engagement.
When you least expect it.
Sure.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It does feel a bit of a stalemate type game where there should be a move available with this Brewmaster, but
who do you think that favors?
Can't find it. I mean, it favors both teams in an aspect. I think it favors Nisha on this Ember because he's just powering up at an insane rate.
Yeah.
I also think it favors NOOB1TO on Terrorblade. And it definitely favors Brame if they're able to find the pickoffs like this.
Yep, they managed to get that one. Cut down the tree, dodges the shot. Well played by Spartan, and Desire helping him out there.
I think this game feels very awkward for Ice. He's just not finding anywhere to use his strength. He's gonna get stunned here.
Hit him with the stun. Do they have the follow-up? They do. 11 nails him with the spear into the arena. And the bushwhack is not enough to stop him.
Terrorblade here.
Absol's going to die as well with the Terrorblade. A sneaky move by him. Thanks to those two pickoffs, now they're going to be able to get this mid tower and defend top. Doug is not letting that go.
Interesting TP by him so fast.
Radiant's middle
This might be the Brewmaster though.
Yeah, it looks like maybe this is a step too far, a bit too greedy from Brame, trying to take all the towers and give nothing back to Secret.
I just don't even think Dragon Knight wants to be up there in general. Even if he doesn't die. You're the Blink Initiator Stunner, aggressive hero to set up for your supports. You do not want to be stuck top. Maybe Mars goes up there if anybody, but I think that was time to just let that tower go, get aggressive wards out, and stay around mid.
top tower has
Bit of a
fallen.
misread. It'll cost them a decent amount of momentum. At the same time, we're talking about who the stalemate kind of favors. This Coddle is powering up and he is rushing Orchid. This could be a really big deal in these mid-game fights in terms of shutting down Ember on his way to the BKB, shutting down this Brew before he can split. It's an interesting item pickup. I feel like we haven't seen a lot on this hero, but it could pay dividends in these mid-game fights.
Nice read on the ward situation. Spartan. Daring Shamail. Once again, they throw abilities at him. Spartan. It seems to have warmed up, man. Playing pretty damn well in this Dark Willow, which is, I mean, to be fair, it's like his signature hero.
It is. And this hero has a very powerful shard. We don't talk about it a lot anymore because it got a little nerf, but this shard is still really annoying pre-BKBs or Dispels. It just causes so much brambles in the fight, so much gunk you have to get through. It's still reducing the delay, which is really nice. So he's going to rush that. That's pretty much your best item on this 5 Willow. They're looking at ice down here.
Catch back, spear back. Bramble hits first, then the spear into the tree, trying to burst him with the Bedlam. There is the defensive nightmare, though, perhaps to save him. It's not quite enough, though. Now they have to terrorize to prevent the Fiend's grip, but he's caught by the bushwhack, and that'll be the death of him, as well as Spartan Team Secret rotate and mash their entire team to get some recompense for Ice's death.
Orchid up on Coddle here. They're looking at Nisha.
They are. They're going to be able to Dragon Tail into the Orchid. A kill combination that Nisha was certainly not expecting. And it's enough to be able to pop him, too. With Terrorblade backing them up, Team Secret have to retreat here.
EB wants to fight.
And Thug's
Another
going to be able to
Blink
catch
stun coming up.
He can Blink Stun, catches Puppy. And just a little bit of damage from the rest of Brame is more than enough to get the kill on the Captain.
Talking about that Orchid, they just instantly find the best target right on that ward, set up off their captain's death. That seems to be the trend of this series. Every time Spartan dies, something decent happens for them. This man knows how, maybe this man knows.
He does.
He knows more than we do.
Reminder that Brame going into the series were 1-3 series-wise, 2-6. So they had not been able to put together any wins until they faced up against Enigma, but it seems like that series has fueled them enough to now be able to take on the Team Secret that was 2-2 and not looking terrible. I mean, certainly better than they did the start of last season.
Maybe that's just all they needed. Little kickstart
That's true.
to the engine.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I will say, Brame's looking better, but at the same time, these last 2 games have felt awkward for Secret in terms of closing out the map. And it just felt like this game in game 1, it was a lot on Nisha and these Spear heroes to get stuff done. I really like the ice performance game 1 in the Axe, but here, it's not been able to find
They know
open.
Samail's here, and with the Orchid, they're going to have enough burst damage. Oh, it's going to be pretty close. He's going to take a decent amount from the Orchid, but unfortunately, the Terrorize.
One-man terrorize.
Nice defensive sleep. They
Where
steer him
did he
all the way
steer?
to the other side. Oh no, the Bedlam damage can't come in time. He's going to be saved by that spears. The trees were all cut down, and 11 was caught by the Fiend's grip as well. What a disaster for Brave.
The 2600 HP tiny guys.
Yeah.
Spearing him into the waterfall is not going to help you.
No.
Even
a
though
little
it
bit
looks
optimistic. I mean, maybe if they got the Dark Willow there in time with all that Bedlam damage, it
Yeah.
would have been enough. But
Radiant's middle tower is under
But he's
attack.
slow. I mean, Cyril doesn't have any mobility. He just has to walk up.
yeah.
At the same time, you know, TB, he's going to get the other lanes in. He has a full Scotty already. This next meta is going to hurt. And Secret does not have the best direct answers for it.
Nice catch on Desire here. They are going to go for the counter kill. That's a nice setup there. Desire like accepting his death and just doing whatever damage he can.
Puppy gets to sleep in the river, but no follow-up. And Ice will finish his Ags, so some very key timings coming up in this game. Level 2 Brew ult with this Ags is going to be a monster in this fight. Brain does not have a way to kill it at this point. And at the same time, this Scotty Terrorblade is a menace.
BKB, Aether Lens also being done for Secret. They just hit a lot of different timings.
They did. The biggest thing is if Brain can jump this Ember, in my opinion. If he gets taken out of the fight first, that should almost guarantee the fight win.
They're waiting for the 20-minute power runes. They're going to try and go for a Bramble, blind one. BKB instantly going off Shadow Realm, and he does have the Essence Ring. No TP, though, so he's probably stuck here. Nisha's going to be able to chase him down, and he's going to be okay. He actually gets healed up enough. He's going to be good. Brewmaster ultimate #1 is going to be popped here. Meta to chase away, immediately gets cycloned up.
Trying to kill the Wind Panda so he can't reload to it on the way out.
Maybe they can catch Ice here on.
Has another ult though.
In a second though, with his second ultimate, is he going to be able to get it off? They try and go for the Terrorize, but he's got for the Avalanche first. 11, he's looking for the Spear to be able to catch Ice, and they do manage to get him. Meanwhile, NOOB1TO's a little bit low, but he gets off the Thunder before the grip comes in, and now Puppy's left a little bit low, but here comes Nisha. They spear him right back. Fireball going out. It's NOOB1TO getting very, very low. He throws out what damage he can to finish off the meal, and it's just enough to get the kill, but at the same time, traded out. Ember also in turn gets traded. He jumps forward into the bushwhack. YapzOr sees so low 11. He should be able to catch up to him. Turns around, Bulwark. Oh, he's going to God straight. God to Ryuk push him away, but cannot get the blink out. Meanwhile, the sleeping laid down is going to set up another kill for YapzOr, perhaps. But Desire, he's got his Orchid. He's got his Blast. He's got perhaps enough damage to be able to kill Puppy. Is it enough? No, 40 HP, and Puppy survives.
Pupil's gift. Giving him that HP.
Oh, damn.
Man, those were some insanely clutch bushwhacks in that fight. I think he must have landed 4 or 5 that were 2-man bushwhacks, salvaging that fight for Secret. Ice could not get off that second ult, just instantly orchided out of that into Terrorize in the arena. That fight looked like it was going to be better for Brame after that big Sunder before the grip, but we see how much damage this Ember can put out. It is insane if he's unchecked.
Yeah, and it's going to be even bigger if YapzOr, the recipient of a lot of net worth there, he's building into an Aghanim Scepter. If he manages to boomerang and they also slight, that is going to be a massive amount of extra damage.
Old boomerang combo.
11. And trying to be sneaky or not.
At the same time, this DK and Mars are both closing in on BKBs. And that is going to negate a huge amount of Secret's damage during that interval.
That's
just
true.
Hoodwink does not interact well with them at all. You're limiting some of the Ember's DPS. You're limiting a tiny combo. So there's a lot of wiggle room there for Brame in terms of blinking and stunning. If they go on the Brew, they go on the Ember, and they BKB. You need to look for this Puppy save on the Nightmare to kind of reset the fight. That's their best hope. But it's going to be a nice timing for Brame. I could even see them maybe smoking up, trying to force a Roche. Especially if Terrorblade can also get to his BKB.
Spartan the Thug laughing at the annoying neutrals. He just got clubbed
Middle tower
by the big ogre bruiser.
Somebody's got to take it. Take it for the team.
4 staff now, another way to be able to deal with the bushwhack. You can see Desire certainly tried to stop YapzOr in many ways. He got the Quelling Blade early on. Now
and the Quelling's nice on him because he gets the cast range right.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
Most heroes, it's pretty hard to quell that tree in the middle of a fight, but he can do it pretty reliably. Yeah, it might make a large difference. I'll tell you, it's really annoying when that tree gets cut.
Oh yeah. BKB going to be the next item for Ice. So he's opting for that rather than a rushed refresher that we sometimes see after the Aghanim Scepter.
Interesting. And we'll see the NOOB1TO Terrorblade disassemble for his BKB. So he already has it, and this is triple BKB timing almost for Mars, but...
I mean, if they don't win a fight here, feel like with triple BKB timing, surely you take a team out, you win that, you get Roshan.
I mean, it's 2.5, but yeah, they're looking. They find a good target.
Follow up, It is going to be a really good target if they can kill him quickly. Puppy, defensive nightmare, allows him to survive a little bit longer. Team Secret see no opening, though. Not with the meta TB on the horizon.
He does have buyback on Bane here, so if Secret sees a good opening, might be able to take this fight.
Swag, pull him in. Pop the BKB, okay. That's an opportunity, perhaps.
Secret can look for this chase down. Brain's not going to give it to him.
Except the fact they used up some resources and just going to have to chill. They do get the tower anyway, thanks to the illusions.
Yep. They will soon have this third BKB on Mars, but that means meta's down. They're going to have to wait to probably use this. At the same time, I don't think they feel too bad about stalling this game out for a little longer.
Radiant's
Their late game is formidable. This is basically a tri-core scaling here with that Coddle on the back end he's going to be farmed this game.
Yeah. Yeah, we could take a look at the net worth. You can see the Terrorblade's very far ahead, but then we got Tiny and Ember Spirit in turn ahead of the Mars and DK. Sumail setting up right now. BKB from the Terrorblade, still on cooldown for 15 seconds, so it would have been a good timing. They're going to pop their ultimate.
Combo and lives.
Yeah, Spartan just goes on through and gets popped, but that's an ultimate out of Team Secret. They did manage to get to Mars.
He does have his BKB now.
Or Staff trying to get him away. Thug, he teleports in.
You have to be careful about this Shadowblade Tiny. This is the power of this hero. If he ever finds those picks, it's the greatest entry for the fight for Secret. Turning it into a 4v5 would be amazing for them. And that Silver Edge coming online later. It's going to be a big deal. He has two really good targets to break here.
Yeah.
In that DK and the Mars.
It makes both those strength heroes rather squishy without their passives. Glimmer, Cape, Blink, Desire just going for all the utility items.
Martin knows your gaps was up here.
Yeah, and they're going to be able to hit him with the spear. Good catch by 11.
Will come later, when you least expect it.
This is a slow death.
It is. Secret will leave him behind. Immediately rotating into mid, it looks like the Dragon Knight could use some help here.
Meta on the Roche.
Ooh, straight into it, huh?
The bold move. He picked up that Chrysalis, increasing this power spike even more. They really want to fight.
Immediately the stun onto the Brewmaster with the Terrorize to follow it up. No opportunity for Ice to stay alive, and they read it to ensure the +1. Back into the Roshan pit they go, as Brame now certainly leading this game.
Is that just a blind jump? They don't have vision up there.
I think so. I think he just...
Did they see Brew in the river for a moment, maybe? If so, just not respecting this initiation that can come out from Brame. We get that free Aegis on Terrorblade. Level 20 now, too.
Oh, and if 11 can find another kill, they've got this laning ward, though, so it makes it a little difficult. He's already jumped out, so...
This game is just so hard for Ice to play now.
Tower is under attack.
Pretty much has to get to this BKB and pop it early.
Yeah, okay, so the illusions ran in from the DK, and he spotted some heroes, and Thug just pulled the trigger, immediately blinked in, stunned the Brewmaster, a perfect target for them to go for.
Yep, he's going to be the best every time. The only saving grace is that sleep from Puffy if it comes out on him, but there's a decent amount of follow-up after that too, right? He might get Orchided, he might get terrorized.
Under attack.
Oh, Nisha wants to punish that play, and he might be able to get it too. Doesn't hit the chains. He's going to BKB TP out. 11 is away. There is no Bane nearby.
Feels like Secret is having issues playing the map in game 2 and 3. They're getting ratted. It's annoying for them to go back and deal with it. They're not getting the straight 5-on-5s they kind of want to be able to get. They're getting farmed, but having trouble putting it to use. Sumail's looking, but it's not finding anything. Brame are all down here ready to fight. Still have this Aegis on TB.
Oh, this is a scary setup. This is one of those game-winning potential setups.
Yeah, you got to be careful here.
Pick off here.
They were thinking about it.
Yeah, game-winning or game-losing. They got a pick off there. Can start hitting tier 3s. That'd be great, but you're also diving into the enemy base in Secret. They seem to be aware. They spot the ward. They play
Fatalist on Terrorblade. They are going to siege this. And this is going to die really fast, so expect to see the pre-Brew split. At the same time, Blue Dragon already up. How much is this Brew ult going to do? It's still only level 2.
NOOB1TO, he's
There's
going to
one.
go ahead and pop his meta here. Nice bushwhack setting up here. Toss him back in. That's a smart little move. He does have the Fiend's Grip laid out.
No grip cancel.
No save whatsoever. He's going to come back, but it's going to be a non-meta TP.
Have to bail him out here.
He's going to pop EKB. He's go for the TP out. They've already used the Fiend's Grip. As many heroes out as possible. And it looks like perhaps he's going to go for a TP away in the Avalanche, and the AoE stuns. They all got out. Brame, they lost the Aegis. A bit of a fumble. Really well played by Secret there, but at the same time, they didn't get punished further.
Brame were definitely hoping to get a Rax or a fight win off that, but super well played with the toss back into the grip. Just way too deep to ever get a cancel on it. Very nice combo. And we did see the pre-split there, so he was tossing the Willow on the Brew. And that is their only long-range grip cancel, right? That terrorize.
Yeah.
So Ice identifying that, very well coordinated by Secret there. They're smoking up, looking for more. They might find that target.
And don't want to kill the kid. They know he doesn't have BKB. They're throwing everything they have. The Terrorize is going to be able to buy some time with the Thunder going down. And it's actually Sumail who's going to die. Brame returning fire and a perfect opportunity to be able to pick up almost two. Yapsor TP's away. They do have Thug running after Nisha. He's got a lane kid, so unlikely to get that kill, but maybe
They're looking for
they
Puppy.
can get Puppy. They spot him. They get the vision from Desire off of that neutral item, and they get the stun before he turns around in Nightmares.
Disaster of a gank. Spartan just turning it around there, disrupting that backline. Terrorblade still had Thunder, didn't use it last fight. Now they're just going down mid.
Yep, and there is potentially very little that can stop them. 35 seconds till the Tiny's back up. They've got the Ember Spirit's lights.
He's just cutting the wave, but there's a catapult for Dire.
They keep this catapult alive. There's nothing to stop Brame.
It's under attack.
Tier 3, a lane of barracks on its way. Thug immediately jumps in as soon as Yapsor shows himself, and they leave him to burn in the fire and flames as Thug finds another pick-off. This man has been so aggressive for Brame, and it's working out perfectly. One lane turns to two, perhaps, as 5 seconds left on the Tiny. Brame, are they really going to go for this one? They are! Immediately, Arena into the Bane kill. He's dead. Meta pop. They turn around and
Nisha on the back.
Ember Spirit.
Getting slowed, though.
This slow is devastating to him during his BKB timing. They only got him with the stun. He's orchided, but they don't have the follow-up just yet. Thug's trying to get there. He gets a little bit more damage, and the stun is coming in. He can't go anywhere. Nisha's dead on the other side. NOOB1TO left a little bit alone, but a monster this Terrorblade is, and Team Secret are struggling to be able to deal with them even in a 4 versus 1.
Brame smell the blood in the water right now. You can sense it. Spartan must be screaming out of his mind in this game. He's going to have no voice left after this series.
Buybacks being used by both the supports. Team Secret, one lane of barracks down, a second barracks exposed, and a 14,000 net worth lead for Brame. They are going from just barely holding on long enough to get the sneaky backdoor win in game 2 to now dominating game 3.
This isn't even a game that should exist by some metrics. And one Secret might come to regret here if they don't find solutions. It's just the tank ability on the side of Brame. Who is killing these heroes at this point? Nisha went for Lincoln's BKB bots. This is a huge amount of net worth. Not dealing direct damage. Does not feel like this Brew ult's going to pick up the slack. So much of it feels like it comes down to Sumail finding crazy tosses or this Coddle or Dark Will at the start of the fight, which Brame's just not giving him the opportunity.
And you talked about the scaling cores of Brame. You've now got an AC on Thug, so he is actually going to be a formidable physical damage threat.
I mean, this Dragon Knight is a Dragon Man at this point.
Yeah.
He's no longer the Dragon Boy. He's fully upgraded.
He really is. We may even see a full-out Black Dragon out of him, or maybe Brame is just going to be able to close the game out before that even becomes a potential buff for them.
They're just not giving any room to Secret right now. I think you play for the next Roshan here.
Yeah.
As nice as it would probably feel to just try and end the game here. They do have that double damage on DK. This Coddle's got Gem, Glimmer, Force Staff, so much saving utility. Again, where's the damage going to come out from Secret? It has to be some sort of buyback fights or toss-back defense like we saw earlier.
I have to say, Desire has been such a great pickup for Brame, and we've definitely seen it pay off in this series alone.
that goes, his game kind of goes back to that safe lane going so well for Bane.
That's true.
The result of Brew being so far behind is Kato got to sit up there for so long, and Secret did not have the tools to kick him out. That's what accelerated him into that mid game and why he's so far now. He's ahead of Brew, right? So
50 seconds. They've got a double damage on Thug, so they're actually going to go for the aggressive move despite Roshan potential spawn time coming in soon. They want to go for this pickoff. Sumail,
they see
if
Brew.
he approaches now, Thug might just pounce on it.
Gotta be careful of buybacks here, though. Secret
Pop the
are
Dragon Form,
holding
pop
a
the
decent
drum.
amount. I think only Sumail doesn't have buy, but Brame are not going to know which is which here, so
Yeah.
at the same time, holding these buybacks can be expensive. See 4,000 gold on this Brewmaster. He'd like to finish BKB at the same time. He has to play those numbers close.
Yeah, so that 14,000 net worth that we see right now, it's much larger than that, right? Because Secret is holding on to so much gold because they likely need these buybacks.
At the same time, I feel like they also need all the items they can get here.
Yeah.
I don't know if the buybacks is going to change much of the engagement if you can't deal the damage to take down these Brame heroes.
Yeah, just look at the way Sumail is struggling to deal with one single TV illusion.
I mean, this TB feels untouchable. He's going to have a satanic.
Yeah, he's almost done with it here.
Radiant's
So
You need a
gonna have-
full duration grip on him inside your tier 4s or something.
They're going to have to get some really, really sick tossbacks, that's for sure.
BKB's a Brame. That's a
So
tough one.
you're stuck, rock in a hard place.
You really are stuck. Give
Give me your gut call, though. I want to know what you would do. Which call would you make?
I think you have to play for the base defense here.
Okay.
I think the Roche contest is just suicidal.
Yeah.
You even have buybacks on this dire outpost.
Puppy approaches the triangle and immediately gets griefed.
Yeah, that ain't happening, boys. So that is meta, I guess. So
Yeah.
maybe you stall out this meta and try and get a weird fight with a smoke or something after it. But Brame might not give you the window.
Yeah, looks like they're going to hit high ground with at least the illusion.
They're gonna jump anything they see here.
They are. Immediately, 11 goes for it, but Ice quicker on the fingers. Managed to get off the primal split and now looks to be able to grab some heroes.
This split's just dying though.
It is. Dying so quickly. In fact, it's a blessing.
1,000 crit on that
Radiant's top tower
Astral.
is under
He has that fourth panda tornado toss-up. Okay, bushwhack, a little bit awkward.
Okay, meta's gonna be out.
Yeah. It's an opportunity for sure.
Puppy does not have buy though, so not a huge way to turn that fight around. And Brame are pretty happy he's continuing this game for that Roshan. Their heroes are not getting weaker by any means.
No. They check into the Roshan pit. They're gonna know what's up right now.
Who gets that shard too? Give it to Spartan. Seems pretty decent. The demonic zeal.
Radiant
Demon zeal. Sorry for all the.
Yeah, get it right. Get it right. Okay, Secret. Hey, this is an opportunity. You say go for the base defense, but this is the opportunity presented itself, right? Meta's down. You also know no dragon form.
Yep.
This is your best chance right here.
This is the bigger probability to win if they can pull it off of maybe the lower chance to hit.
Fortunately, they don't see the easy team fight, and Team Secret is going to go back to their side of the map. Perhaps they are going to give up this Roshan.
Radiant's top
There's
tower.
the Rune of Destiny.
Oh my god.
In case you needed another reason to just start this. It's going to be over before Secret even has a chance to contest this.
Yeah, they're not getting anywhere close to this. They try and get in there with the primal split. It's a little bit too late. He does manage to dispel away the double damage, but I'm not sure if it matters at this point. A disarm would be pretty handy if this game was a little bit closer, slowing down that TV's damage, but as it stands, they're going to be left in one last desperate hold for Team Secret.
Yeah, you're not disarming shit at this point, let's be honest. That last fight, I'm pretty sure that panda died to 1,000 crit before it was even in range.
All right, they have the boomerang coming out from the Hoodwink.
Are scanning.
So
Yeah?
chip damage, it'll be annoying, but will it actually stop Bane?
Otis on the Terrorblade, go to work. 2 lives. You're gonna need a
Bushwhack
toss
life.
back of your life here.
The damage is just so pitiful.
has fallen.
NOOB1TO, he just walks
Dire's
away,
bottom
shrugs
tower
it
is
off.
under attack.
Secret they're still looking for the opening, but Brame just don't have to take any chances in a game like this. There's no reason to show super aggressively on waves or anything of that nature. Just 5-man it up, go down the waves, the lanes one by one. They'll close this one out.
They're going to be a little bit split here. Spartan.
All
Gonna
right.
be caught. Sumail catches
go.
him. Quick kill.
I mean, if they were going to find someone, it was probably going to be Spartan.
Yeah.
But honestly, he owned this game.
Oh, yeah.
He won his lane. He saved that Terrorblade on the jungle gank. He had the bottom gank. It went pretty
Dire's
well.
middle tower is under attack.
This is not the most natural 5 position to play. He pretty much owned this game,
Yep.
pushing his team towards that victory.
Spot some TPs out with these illusions. And Brame
Just
should
shockering
just
up for that meta.
Oh, yeah.
That's another little combination, and they did give the shard to Terrorblade, so he has the Demon Zeal as well.
Oh, that's interesting. Demon Zeal combined with Satanic as well. That's a nice little combination. Buff yourself up, quickly get that HP back. They want to fight outside of the base here. They want to surprise Brame. They cannot afford to just let them get onto the base. They go for a Nightmare, immediately removed, and now Puppy's going to be caught instantly by 11. They try and hit the backline. Sumail went for the Dragon Knight. It's not even close. Brings him down to about half. He goes for a TP up, but the damage to Terrorblade. He actually kills her first.
Oh my god.
They manage to get the Keeper of the Light. He's
has to win this
but a
fight.
second round of the arena. Puppy, he
grip.
tries to go for the Fiend's Grip, but it's not going to last long enough. NOOB1TO, he's going to be fine. Ember Spear trying to go for Spartan and Terrorize. It doesn't land. He gets the BKB off first. Nisha looks to be able to get the chase off. The Bushwhack doesn't land. The Dragon Knight getting the stun now on to Yapstor. Finishes him off. Spartan says, in my death, victory may come to fruition. A toss back. Oh, a toss up in the air, rather. As they go for the tornado and let Nisha just try and get these kills to be
Nisha's doing work right now.
Nisha has to jump away.
Back in. No
Sumail
BKBs.
back in, tries to finish off the Mars, and they should be able to get it too. With the Brew coming back alive, they pop the Thunder though. Sumail can't afford to die again. Do they have the vision? They have a Sentry laid out. The Sentry of Destiny allows NOOB1TO to get the kill on Sumail. A stun on ice, a buyback from 11 as he comes back into play, chaining the stuns. No more primal splits, no more buybacks, and no more series. Brame have just wiped Team Secret. It's just Nisha left alive, and they are going to go for the victory rush.
They don't even need the 6,000 gold on Dragon Knight after that fight. What an engagement from Secret. One last attempt to try and win the fight that they deemed the best. They felt like if it got to their base, there's just no way to take that engagement. It almost worked out for them in some sense. That Terrorblade was in the air so long up those Brewmaster lifts, but once he comes down, that plus the Sentry that was there for who knows what reason just ended Sumail's second life.
They still have Aegis for 45 seconds. The throne isn't going to last that long. Nisha's going to have to find a way to take this fight. 3 versus 4. Immediately trying to go for Thug. It's just not going to be enough. NOOB1TO's focusing on the throne just like he did in Game 2. He will have a repeat in Game 3. And Aegis burning out. That's going to be the life, but it doesn't matter. That is it.